Hey, what's up guys, it's Uchiha here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with a new short movie. The name of the short movie is What If Naruto Had Memories of His Past Life. And yeah guys, it is going to be an unscripted movie. Now before continuing this, shout out is due where it is due. Shout out to my boy Kazuto Namikaze for suggesting me this idea. And yeah, before continuing this, a little bit disclaimer. There are going to be a few short movies that will be coming up in a few days, in the future, because I'm quite busy with literal stuff in life. So yeah, I don't have enough time to make movies, but yeah, I'm gonna try to squeeze in as much as I can within that time to make some content for you guys. So I hope you don't mind at all, and make sure you leave a like and subscribe to both of my channels. And talking about my second channel, hopefully there will be a video coming there today, so stay tuned for that as well. Now without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Roll the intro. Our story begins on October 10th in Konoha Sato, as we go towards the said village to see that a huge visage of a fox with 9 tails was looming over it. The screams of civilians and children could be heard throughout the whole village. As we see in the streets of the village, everyone was panicking and running around, but the shinobis, which were younger one and non-seasoned Ghanaians, were trying to guide them to the shelters, while on the outskirts where we see the visage looming over of the huge Biju, we see the shinobis fighting and trying to prevent it from causing any further damage to their village. These were the sights of Konoha until the current Kage, Minato Namikaze, arrived at the battlefield alongside his wife, as both of them began to prepare for a new seal, as they were going to use the Hakai Fuyin, but this time around, instead of making a soul contract, they were trying to make contract with Kami itself. As now we see Naruto in the altar was being prepared for the sealing process. And that is when the QB saw this, as it lunged forward at them and it pierced straight through their guts. And that is when everyone witnessed something interesting happened. QB itself disappeared. Everyone at that moment was flabbergasted. Even Minato and Kushina was quite confused because a being was supposed to appear there, but nothing happened. And the Biju did disappear. And the seal in Naruto's stomach glowed a bit, indicating that the seal pact has been made. As now we see both of them dying as their souls were leaving and departing their bodies, as an old man dashed towards them. It was Hiruzen Sarutobi, the third Hokage, who has retired and passed on the mentality to the current laying successor of his. Minato, Kushina, hang on in there. Medics are on their way. We're not gonna make it. Gigi, said Kushina, with a smile on her face. No, everything is going to be fine, Kushina, he said to his potato daughter, as Minato then spoke. I don't think so. The wound, yeah, bad. Sensei, don't. It's alright, Kakashi. Just make sure you protect my son. I beg all of you, please, protect him. As he said, looking towards all his friends and comrades standing there with their heads down, as some of them were even tearing up because they have grown up together, fought alongside each other in a battle, and now they are watching and witnessing one of their best friends and close friends dying. You have our word. No, it can't end like this, said Kakashi. Kakashi, enough. They are already gone, said Hiruzen, as everyone stopped, as it confirmed that Minato's eyes were now soulless and so were Kushina's, and both of them had a smile on their face. As now we see Hiruzen, with a heavy heart, got up and released a huge sigh of sorrow as he picked up the baby Naruto, and he then began to walk towards the village until he stopped a few feet away from the bodies. Gather up the bodies and those who have fallen. We will arrange for a huge funeral a few hours from now. I gotta go deal with the council and inform the village that their Kage has fallen. Hi, Hokage-sama, said Kakashi as he handed Hiruzen the hat, as Hiruzen looked at the hat, as he closed his eyes and gripped the hat once more and put it on his head, indicating that he was back as the acting Kage. And now we see, after a few moments of walking through the debris and the destroyed village, he finally arrived in the center heart where the Hokage Tower was created and situated. As he went inside to see that the council members were already there with a few bruises and all that. Hokage-sama, I believe you are acting Kage now. We heard what happened. said one of the civilians. Is it true? Unfortunately, it is. So is this the Jinchuriki? Said one of the elders, Danzo Shimura. Yes, he is, unfortunately. But Minato and Kushina wanted this child to be protected at all cost. One of their leaders from the civilian side then got up with pink hair. It was Mibuki Haruna. Is that? I believe. Yes, Mibuki-san. For those who have guessed, yes, it is correct. This is their child. As everyone was shocked, as Danzo then said, regardless of him being their child, he is a Jinchuriki, and it is his duty to protect the village in the future, so we must train him properly. So I suggest that you won't suggest anything, Danzo, said Shikaku Nara as he got up from his seat, and he had a frown on his face. We have lost a lot of people, and the first thing that you think about is the future of the Jinchuriki, of the power of Konoha, not those who have fallen. We can bring ourselves back up to feed, and then we can discuss about these matters. But as of now, we have other things to get worried about. The clan compounds as well as the civilian quarters are damaged, and many of these civilians are still under debris. We gotta get them out. And as Hokage-sama said, there is a funeral that is needed to be arranged. As with that, civilians got up and got ready to work because they already knew the gravity of the situation that they have suffered, and they did not want to add more fuel to the fire that was already lit up to a bonfire by Danzo, as the elders also left themselves. And now we see Dragon Anbu commander arrive there. What is it, Dragon? I have a question, Hokage-sama. I am quite sure that Minato-sama and Kushina-sensei were not able to complete the hand seals. And I believe so too, young man. Because they were in the midst of the hand seals. It was an untested seal as well. And a being was supposed to appear which was supposed to be Kami, aside from the Shinigami. So I'm believing that it was some other force that did this, right? And I'm quite worried about this. As the other clan heads were also sitting there, were listening into this. So what do you suggest, Hokage-sama? What is there to suggest? Naruto is fine. He has been examined. And, well, I was there to witness myself. Everything is alright with him. And the seal is working properly as it should be. Kyuubi's chakra also, even though it indicates that it is Kyuubi, is quite different. It is not malicious anymore. It is dormant, like Naruto's own chakra right now. That is certainly interesting, said Shikaku Nara, as well as the dragon. But everything is good, right? Said Inuichi. I mean, we couldn't ask for any more. Everything is fine. So let's just let it remain that way. You're right about that, Inuichi, but it's not that simple. We need to... Everything is fine, Shikaku, said Hiruzen with finality in his voice. We are not going to discuss this topic any further, and let's wait and see what the future holds for him. As now we see, we have a time skip. Time skip of 8 years into the future. Naruto has been going to the academy of the shinobi, academy for about 1 year now. He was admitted there when he was 7, and now he was working his way through the ranks and advancing even as we speak. As now we see that currently Naruto was being held in an alleyway, even though the people mostly over the course of years didn't want it to bother him at all. There were still some who thought that he was the Kyuubi's reincarnate, because some were theorizing that the Kyuubi might have taken over the child and were just making a fool out of them to complete the job after it regains its mighty chakra back. And that is why they were there on the night of October 10th, the 8th anniversary of the Kyuubi attack. Today is the day you died, demon. Demon, huh? How so? How so, this kid says. You are the reincarnate of the Kyuubi no Yoko, the nine-tailed fox that attacked our village 8 years ago. A nine-tailed fox. Do I have 9 tails? Now you don't, but you have in your real form, said the man with confidence, and everyone agreed. Oh, you mean this nine-tailed fox? As from Naruto's shadow, a huge visage of a nine-tailed fox appeared, but this fox was completely black, and its eyes were completely replaced by orange hues. Purple hues, as its black irises looked at them, as its white fangs bared at them. As everyone now was scared shitless. I knew it. The Biju is free. This is what you wanted, the nine-tailed fox. Here it is. Go do what you want to do. Just don't bother me, okay? Said Naruto as he patted the man's shoulder before walking right past through them, as they tried to turn, but Kyuubi growled, indicating that they should remain there. As Naruto walked all the way back to his apartment, and was now laying there, as the Kyuubi disappeared, leaving civilians flabbergasted, scared, and shocked. I think I beat myself, said one of them. Shut up, Hanma. We have better things to do. The kid is not the Biju, but the Biju and the kid are working together. We cannot mess this up. As now we see Naruto in his apartment laying down, as he then sighed. What is this with this world, man? I can't believe I got reincarnated into my favorite anime. Well, who knew that this bullshit really existed? As now we come to know that this person was actually an reincarnator, and this person was none other than Sung Jin Woo, as he lived in Seoul, Korea, but out of nowhere, he was hit by a truck-kun and was exported all the way up to Narutoverse. He opened his eyes in front of Minato Namikaze and Kushina Uzumaki 8 years ago when they were being pierced by the Kyuubi, and fearing for his life for that instance because he couldn't call upon any of his, subordinates. He knew what he had to do. He had to use his skill that he has gained in his previous life to make the Kyuubi no Yoko, which was supposed to be his best friend in the future, practically his now pawn. And that is what Kyuubi was now, his loyal servant. As now we see him just lazing around. It's cool at the same time weird. The civilians, I know that in the canon story they didn't attack Naruto, but they were mean to him. But I thought they were a bit different this time around. Oh well, I guess let's wait and see what the future holds. I need to get more, subordinates as well. Who will be the next one? Orochimaru could be a nice one, an asset to my collection. And Nagato, as well as Konan. I'm thinking of the whole Akatsuki. Taking Kaguya's own will away and turning it into my will. It'll be fun when the Otsuzukis arrive. As now we see, a few years more into the future, Naruto was standing in front of a barren Uchiha compound, as screams were heard throughout the village. As now we see that Naruto was walking inside of it, or more like now Sung Jin Woo was, because he knew that when at the age of 10 Sasuke and Naruto were in the academy, the Uchiha clan was massacred by Itachi. As now we see Naruto arrive in the center heart of the village, as a figure suddenly appeared behind him. So you're the one who did all of this, Itachi Uchiha. As now we see Itachi standing there with his red eyes glowing at Sung Jin Woo. As even if Sung Jin Woo was strong, he did not have any of his bonds as of right now, or any of his, weapons. So he knew one thing for sure, Itachi, if he wanted, he could kill him in an instant. What are you doing here, Naruto-kun? You must leave right now. This place is under attack. Should I warn someone? No. I guess you already know why I'm doing this. As he unsheathed his katana. Unfortunately, you two have to die now. Wait, said Naruto. Damn it. I have to do this now. As in an instant, he moved his hand forward, and Itachi witnessed his shadow extended and jumped up into the mid-air. As now we see Itachi sitting on a huge pole, looking at him, as Sung Jin Woo covered his eyes in Naruto's body. Damn it, it looks like the manga right now. Impressive. Shadow possession abilities. It's the same, but yet not. How is that possible? He evaded that. Damn it, I missed my shot. What am I gonna do? I have to get out of here before he decides to kill me. You know, Naruto-kun, I decided. You can live, but do not interfere. As suddenly, He felt that his whole body tensed and froze. He couldn't move a muscle. "You're in a genjutsu. You will remain still until I finish what I started. And oh, one more thing. Whenever you try to talk about me, no words will come out. I have casted this genjutsu on you, and only I am capable enough of breaking this. Are we clear?" As he couldn't do anything but nod. "Now all you gotta do is for me to let you go, walk out of that compound, and never look back. Do we come to an agreement?" As all he could do was nod. "Good, now do it." As we see, Naruto dashed right through the compound. As now we see him arriving all the way back to his apartment and closing the door shut, and now seated on his bed. Damn it, that was a close call. He almost had me. If he wanted, he could have killed me right there and ended Naruto series. Damn it. Or me, better yet. I don't have to interfere with his work right now, but he will be a major asset in the future. Wait, Konoha crush. I gotta wait for a few more years. In that, I might be able to bag Orochimaru as well as some of the others. I already have the Kyuubi though. All I gotta do is train hard. As now we see, Sung Jin-woo or Naruto began his training, and the years begin to pass in the academy. And within the next few days, the whole village was alerted that the Uchiha clan was massacred by one of their clan here, or future clan here, Itachi Uchiha. And only his brother, Sasuke Uchiha, was the lone survivor. Sasuke changed drastically, obviously, after the whole attack and scenario. And Naruto or Sung Jin-woo could now see that Sasuke was being distant. I don't have the ability to deal with this emotional baggage. I'm not Naruto of the comics, I'm me. I have common sense, and he, to be honest, is a son of a bitch. As now we see, Naruto never interfered or interacted with Sasuke throughout the whole academy, and was even able to move forward and advance in his own shinobi skills as well as other fields. And he was trying his best to capture and kill animals to rise up his rank, finally, after being able to see the status window, finally, that appeared by accident in front of him. And now he, at will, could call it. His level was already at max, and was glitching out, as usual. Why is it at level max then? Something is wrong here. As he saw that all of his previous, pawns as well as his summons were still there, but they were locked away. And when he decided to click on them to summon them, the only message that appeared on the window was that not reachable because they were in a different dimension, and that was the only logical reason that he could come up with, meaning he had to begin with zero and now build another foundation here. Kyuubi was the first one, and many more to come again. His first goal was to make sure that Orochimaru was now his next servant, as well as some of the other ones during that battle. As now we see, finally, after many years of hardship, Naruto was able to graduate, but unfortunately, as in canon, he was placed with Sasuke Uchiha and Sakura Haruno. Now Sakura was, a bit of a fangirlish this time around towards Naruto as well as towards Sasuke, majorly. But that was a plus point for, Sung Jin-woo, because he did not have to deal with Sakura's constant bragging as well as yapping. And as for Kakashi, he was just Kakashi. And after passing their dramatic amount of test, they finally decided that they need to do some D-rank missions, and henceforth began their journey to do some D-rank missions. And finally we see Sung Jin-woo come to a realization. He was missing a big part. Oh shit, the Land of Waves arc. How could I forget about that? It's time to back Zabuza as well as Haku. They will be a nice asset. Unfortunately, they have to die for that to happen. So I pretty much have to let the story continue as usual for that to happen. I guess I have to. As now we see, they were introduced to Tarzan after completing their D-rank missions on their first D-rank mission, which was supposed to be simple, and yet Naruto knew that it wasn't going to be. They encountered Demon Brothers, and this time before they could pierce Kakashi's skull, Naruto took charge and deflected the weapon, causing everyone to go into alert. As after that, Kakashi and the rest of the team took care of them, and Kakashi was quite happy with Naruto's, foresight as well as ability to counter this, scenario. As now we see, They finally arrived in the land of waves, but there was a thick mist gathered out there. And then Naruto sensed it. It's coming. Duck! Now! Said Naruto, and in an instant everyone ducked. Even Tazuna, as a huge sword, reached straight through them and embedded itself a tree behind them, a few steps behind them. As Tazuna was now literally close to crying, and from the shadows, clapping sounds were heard. Well, well, well. Who would have thought a new Genin would be able to detect that kind of attack? Zabuza Momochi. Ah, I see my repetition far exceeds me. Well, I gotta hand it to you, Kakashi the Copy Ninja. Your shinobis that you have brought up with you, they're quite talented and well educated as well. As Kakashi then said, well, they try. And so do I. What can I do for you, Demon of the Mist, Zabuza Momochi? One of these famous swordsmen. Well, you can do me a solid and hand me over that bridge builder over there. Can't do that right now, for he's under our protection. And with that monologue coming to an end, a battle commenced between them. Now obviously, Naruto couldn't use his trump card, which was the Kyuubi. He hated it because, well, he couldn't use it, because it will scare away everyone and get Hiruzen on his ass unnecessarily. So, yep, that was a big no-no. And Kyuubi in his shadows, well, was literally, well, whimpering. As Naruto then said, Kurama-chan, it's not your fault. You don't have to worry about anything, okay? It's not you, it's me actually. I am afraid that I don't want to stand out way too much right now. I'm just a working hard shinobi who is quite good and has a good head on his shoulders. So yeah, let it remain that way for a while, okay? As Kyuubi was happy and yelped as well. Quite weird that he could talk and now all he could do is yelp and whimper like a dog. Or a fox. That's weird. Oh well. As now we see, the battle was coming to an end, and finally Haku made its appearance and took away Zabuza's body, and Kakashi informed them as usual that it might be a fake hunter Nin. So they better get ready because there might be another confrontation coming their way. And let's just say Kakashi after that passed out. Luckily enough, they were near the village of Tazuna and his home. So Tazuna invited them inside, and after that the whole sad monologue appeared, and Naruto still fought with Inuri because he thought that it might be cool and still silly to do so, because he always wanted to try one jutsu of Naruto, the Talk No Jutsu. And now we see him arriving into the woods where he met with Haku, and after that he was close to resting after Haku left. Man, I'm really mad at Kishimoto. Who would have thought, man, such a beautiful, well, dude could exist. Such a fine specimen. I wish it was a girl, to be honest. Oh well. As the next morning came and Naruto or Sanjinmu then said, oh shit, I remember now. As we see him dashing all the way back to Tazuna's house first to see that two people were about to do the deed with Tazunami, as he unleashed the huge fox upon them that tore them apart into a million bits. Don't worry, he's my familiar. Kurama, protect them. As Kurama yelped and was now protecting the whole village from the bandits that were arriving there. As now we see Naruto dashing all the way to the other side. But one thing Naruto forgot about, it was a huge fox. So huge that it finally extended to its original size from the small compact one, and could be seen now by everyone. As Naruto arrived there, what did I miss? What is wrong here? Said Naruto as he halted, as he saw that everyone was looking at him with wide big eyes. What is that? Naruto? You got explaining to do, said Kakashi. Why is the Kyuubi outside? I don't know. And plus, he's different. I mean, look at its fur and all. As that is when we see the little person who was standing there, none other than Gato himself, took this chance and ordered his goons to attack Zabuza, who was still quite in shock with the whole new Biju appearing there, which was similar to Kyuubi and yet different. And Zabuza was hit by them, and so was Haku. Damn it. Shit, all because of me. Well, I got this chance now. As he extended his shadow and both of them were consumed, and his status window appeared, and confirmation message appeared in front of his status window as he accepted, indicating that two of them were now his, well, generals as well in his shadow army. As now we see Naruto's eyes glow cold blue. Well, time to clean up the trash. As from the shadows, he saw that he was finally able to unlock an achievement, his dagger from the previous life. As the dagger appeared from the shadow, as Naruto dashed and bolted towards Gato and cut it down everyone before the dagger disappeared, turning into nothing more than, well, black flames from his hand. As everyone watched him with amazement, as they saw that his shadows which were extended returned back to him, and so did the huge Biju that disappeared. Oh shit, the cat's out of the bag. Thought Naruto, but I gotta had to do that. What he did was a bitchy move, and I really wanted to kill him, to be honest. As now we see Kakashi arriving in front of Naruto with a serious eye. Naruto, what the hell is going on here? Everything will be explained, Sensei, once we go back to the village. Fine. As now we see Naruto and his team were quite distant because they were quite worried about his conditions and just what he has displayed. As Kakashi's thoughts were such similar. First of all, the Biju, I believe it is Kyuubi because the chakra is too familiar. And what Naruto did, he showed like emotions that only an assassin could show. No emotions at all while doing so, and didn't even flinch or vomited after taking his first kill, indicating that if it wasn't his first kill. Something is not right here. Something not right at all. I have to get to the end of this. And as for Sasuke, his words were as such, in thoughts. I need to get a hold of that power. I need to know how he has that. And as for Sakura, that was scary. How does he possess these powers? I don't even wanna know. As now we see, the Team 7 finally arrived inside Konoha. Well, Sasuke, Sakura, you can go. Naruto, you have to come with me. And be sure to submit the application for the Chunin exams. And after the whole Chunin exams monologue, we see Naruto walking with Kakashi until both of them arrived at the Hokage office, where we see Hiruzen still seated there because Kakashi has informed him beforehand of what has transpired. Greetings, Gigi. Well, Naruto-kun, tell me, what the hell is going on? And why have you been hiding this from us? Well, Gigi, I didn't want it to scare anyone, but it is true. I could use these powers since the day I was born. I don't know how I got these, but I still possess them. And I am familiar with them because there is a window. What window? There's like a window that only I can see, in which my stats, my abilities are visible. Only I can see that. And I have the ability to make anything into my subordinate. And for humans, it is only those who are close to dying or who I have beaten. Well, and as for such, I have 3 subordinates as of right now. 3? What do you mean by that? Well, here it is. As Naruto snapped his fingers and a miniature version of Kyuubi in the chibi state appeared on Naruto's shoulder as it yipped, and on the other side, a Zabuza appeared with his used sword as well as Hakun. These are the Hunter in hand, Zabuza, that we fought in the land of waves. They died. They did die, and that is why I resurrected them as my soldiers now. Soldiers? Yes. You see, Gigi, my ability is Shadow Monarch. I can create an army out of literally everyone. And that is what I plan to do. As Hiruzen was scared, at the same time quite shocked. Then why didn't you use that on your parents? Do you think I'm silly enough to not do that? As now we see, Naruto, with a snap of his finger, called upon 2 more souls. One of them was Kushina, and the other one was Minato. They looked indifferent quite in appearance. How are they like this? Why are they like this? Because of my abilities of the Shadow Monarch, they are like this. But, hello, old friend, said Minato. Because they are my generals, they have the ability to speak. As he was not shocked, Minato, is this? Yes, this is a constructed body with infinite power that my son created for me. My soul is trapped inside of it, though. Trapped? Yeah, but I'm happy that I got to still live with my son and all. What do you mean? Well, you see, Didi, while everyone was hiding, I used my abilities to call upon my parents. And they are the ones who have been catering me. I mean, how in the living hell would you imagine me living in a village where some of the people hates me and those being normal civilians who somehow got the information that I was the one who holded the biju? What? Yes. Since the orphanage, this has been going around, and to be honest, they are the also ones who trained me. I mean, the shinobis, they did try to train me, but they were bribed by the civilians that they taught me wrong katas. I had to do something, so this was my answer. Impressive indeed. You know what, Naruto? Why did you act like a fool? I never did, Didi. I just remained silent and let people assumed on their own who I was. And I believe that you even did some wrong assumptions of me. True, my boy. That I did, said Hiruzen with a smile on his face. And I'm glad that I was wrong. You have exceeded far my expectations. Moving on with the Biju. Well, he's kind of my first, soldier. And henceforth, it is quite a hassle to call upon him, because literally the whole village is scared of him. So that is why you called upon him. Well, he was in his miniature form. It's still quite hard for him to maintain that, and that is why I only call him upon, well, usually when it is emergency. I see. So you think of expanding this? Yes. Since I'm a monarch, I have to expand this domain of mine. And by expanding, with whom? With people. Certain people I have in mind, like Orochimaru. As Hiruzen was quite shocked and his eyes narrowed. You know that is quite a dangerous person, right? The person will completely submit to my will. They have no will. Like Biju over here. He has no will. He is submitted to me and is only loyal to me. And so will be Orochimaru. Like Zabuza and Haku over there. They are loyal to me. As Hiruzen was shocked by this undying loyalty and these abilities. What about that dagger? Said Kakashi. That is my weapon that I was granted, as that indicates that I am the Shadow Monarch, the dagger of the Shadow Monarch. As from within shadows, black flame appears, and within that was the dagger that Naruto holded. Impressive, indeed. So Naruto, aside from Orochimaru, who else are you targeting? Well, we'll have to wait and see. As after that we see the Chunin exams came, and Hiruzen tried his best to keep this a secret and not let it get out to the council, but he made Naruto promise that he wouldn't be using these abilities in the Chunin exams. Naruto said that if the opportunity arrives, and if and only if, he will use them. Aside from that, he wouldn't. And that was enough for Hiruzen to be convinced. And the first part of the Chunin exams ended as usual, and Naruto's eyes were now hard set upon only one Genin from Sound Village. How much you can hide, Orochimaru, I wonder. And finally, the second part of the exams began. They had the Heaven Scroll, Naruto and his team. Now, all they had to do was grab an Earth Scroll. Unfortunately, they were able to grab it with fighting off our Rain Village team in the beginning of the village. And all they had to do was dash into the center heart of the said forest, where the tower was located. And as they were dashing, they were attacked by a Genin from the Sound Village. My oh my, what do we have here? And here he is. Well, who are you? This is an exam. I don't have any obligation to tell you, but I'll be taking that scroll. As the Genins decided to fight off as in canon until the real threat was revealed. Orochimaru, it is you. Ah, I see. So even the young Ningans know about me. Of course we know. The biggest traitor and one of the, well, excommunicado Sanins of the said village. As both Sakura and Sasuke were not scared. Both of you, take the scroll, run. Don't look back. I'll hold them off. Naruto, are you insane? Said Sasuke at Sakura. Both of them, Naruto was surprised, were quite worried about him. Just do it, please. I don't wish for you to get hurt. His target is you, Sasuke. What? What do you mean? Yes, Sasuke. I'm here to make an offer for you, my boy. I would give you the most precious gift. I would give you the power to defeat Itachi. Don't listen to his words. He's corrupted. He can't do anything better. Plus, he's going to die. Such big words coming from your mouth. Naruto will take care of this. We have to go, Sasuke, said Sakura, speaking the most logical thing in the whole fiction. As now we see Sasuke agreeing to it surprisingly as both of them dashed away. As Orochimaru got mad. Oh well, I'll catch up to them in no time. That is if we get out of here alive. As from within the shadows we see Naruto's subordinates jumped and attacked him. What is this? I believe they are people I have met, but they look different. Oh, they are. As from behind Naruto, a huge fox appeared, growling at him. As now, Orochimaru was scared. What the hell? The Kyuubi no Yoko. It looks different, but it is. There's no doubt about it. What is it doing here? How is it here, even? Scared, aren't we? I told you you're not getting out of here alive. Oh, and one more thing. As from Naruto's shadow itself, two more figures extended. Minato and Kushina. Meet my parents. Parents? You know what to do, right? Leave it to us, Naruto-gun. As Naruto extended his dagger. I'm not going to be sitting around it. As a full combo was attacked. First, Haku and Zabuza attacked, as Haku caused his arms and feet to be frozen in one place, as Zabuza used his water cutting technique with his sword to cut down many bruises on his body with slashes. As now we see Minato appeared there using his flying Raijin technique with multiple Rasengans attacking him from different positions, and Kushina arrived there with her fist crashing down upon him, and then at the same time Kyuubi charging up a huge Bijudama and fired at him, and Orochimaru was reduced to nothing more than a hurtful body that was laying on the ground with both of his legs and arm amputated, as a dagger was stabbed in his chest. Then, see, I told you it wouldn't be. Well, you were just wasting your time, son. Sorry, Mom, said Naruto, as his moment of coolness was ruined. Well, cheer up then, son. You did good. Yeah, we all did, as all of them nodded. I'll talk to you guys later. See ya, as all of them disappeared. Now, where was I? Yes. What do you think, Orochimaru? Told you. What is this kid? What is this ability? How is he able to summon them and desummon them at will, like they're summons? How is this even possible? They're supposed to be dead. I heard they were dead. And that is when Naruto said, now you two will join them. As Naruto then extended his hand, as Orochimaru began to scream, but his screams were muffled by the shadows, extending and grabbing him by his mouth, muffling his screams, until his shadows consumed his body. As now we see Naruto get up. That's one thing down. I gotta worry about the Konoha crush. Fortunately enough, Sasuke was able to listen this time around, surprisingly, and Sakura agreed. What the hell is wrong with them? I gotta find out about them as well. As now we see Naruto made it back to the center heart of the tower, where we see both of them waiting. What took you long enough, Naruto? What happened? Said Sakura. Everything is fine. And why are you guys acting like this? What do you mean? You're our teammate, though. Obviously, we would be afraid to lose you, said Sasuke, as he blushed and looked away in an instant. What the hell is going on here? This is weird. Way too much weird. As now we see the three of them entered and opened the scroll as Iruka moved into existence. You're the second team arrive here, Naruto. Sasuke, Sakura, I'm happy to see you here. And the first one from Konoha as well. First one from Konoha, second in general. Who is the first team, Sensei? Asked Naruto. It's the team from Suna, the Sabuko no siblings, I believe. I see. So they made it already, huh? How much time did we take? Fastest record in the history of Konoha. 2 minutes faster than the Yondam and his team. Still a pretty record. We're proud of you, son. I know, To-chan, Ka-chan. Naruto said with a smile. He was happy that his parents were still there, though, with him. As now we see, all of them were resting, or more like Naruto was, as he finally decided in the nighttime to summon his new summon, as a new Orochimaru was standing in front of him, who bowed. As Naruto then said, Henjin to your normal self, act as normal, and continue on with the plan. I wish for some of the people that you will call upon in the future to be my summons. As Orochimaru nodded, Naruto with his bond with him knew what he was talking about, and Orochimaru was given his next, assignment. And you better believe, do not kill GD. As Orochimaru nodded once more and bowed before dispersing, and went back as usual. Now, everything will play out as usual, and I will have the Mokutan and another Raijin user in my arsenal. You know, Naruto-kun, you're some twisted idiot. Why would you do that? I, basically know what is going to happen in the future. Really? Yeah. Or what was. I am quite literally changing it. But son, wouldn't this affect, I have literally screwed up so many things. I mean, whatever will happen, we'll see through it, Tojan. Okay. I guess that is fine then. No, all that is left is Akatsuki. But I can get through them with Orochimaru as well. Interesting. It seems Orochimaru has his fair uses. As now we see, more days passed, and then the preliminary rounds began. But before the preliminary rounds, Naruto was taking a shower. As he decided to take a shower, as he went in early. While he was now taking it, a door opened, and in came none other than Sasuke covered in towel. As soon as he saw Naruto, he yelped, like a girl. Why are you yelping like this, Sasuke? It's just me here. Wait, cover up your groin at least. Why? You have a small pee-pee or something? Did it traumatize you or something? Said Naruto teasingly. As Sasuke then said, well, you know what? I'll take the bath later. As he was about to leave, he slipped, as the water was already flowing, and fell down as the towel dropped down. As Naruto was left flabbergasted, all colors faded from his face. Wait, what the hell? How in the hell did this dude turn into a girl? Wait. Is this some sort of different dimension or something? How is this possible? Sasuke is actually a girl now? As Sasuke, then, who looked more feminine now, was looking up at Naruto and cried, You saw it, didn't you? As his eyes were covered in darkness. Well, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I kinda did. As his Sharingan was activated, or now her, you cannot be allowed to live. I'll be your widow after you die. Wait, whoa, calm down. What do you mean, my widow, and what the hell is going on with you? Now you know my secret. It was supposed to be revealed when we were supposed to marry. Whoa, what the hell is wrong with this chick? Yep, I knew Mikoto was going to have a, daughter soon. I guess Satsuki-chan was born happily. Wait, Satsuki? Said Naruto out loud, as Satsuki, who was revealed now, was blushing. Yeah, she still had Sasuke's haircut, but now looked much more feminine, as she covered herself up in towel. Well, you could, as Naruto said. As after that, she threw a punch at Naruto's face. Pervert. As now we see Sasuke dashed out of there, as Naruto was, laying in his own shower. Dad? Mom? Yes, son? Did I do something wrong? Well, yeah, you kinda did, but at the same time you didn't knew. Well, yeah, son, you were kind of acting like a dick, to be honest, even after finding out. Oh, that hurts, Hokage-chan. Well, I gotta be honest with you, son. You know that. Yeah, I know. As now we see, finally the preliminary rounds were beginning. Sasuke was acting cold to Naruto. Sasuke, as he walked away. Oh, damn it. Sakura noticed this. Is something wrong with Sasuke-kun and you? Yeah, something happened in the shower and all. As a kunai beast straight passed through Naruto's cheek, grazing it visibly. As Naruto was scared, as his Sasuke's eyes were glaring cold at him, indicating only one message: you better not reveal this to anyone, especially her. Okay, I'm gonna zip my mouth now. As the preliminary rounds continued on until Hinata and Neji's match came up, Naruto, as usual, jumped down and kicked Neji into the face, sending him face first to the other side of the arena. As with his simple healing jutsu, which he learned from his Kacha abilities being absorbed by her, was able to heal the major damage because Kushina was not his student. Well, there you go, Hinata. Everything is fine now. Thanks, Naruto. Kun, said Hinata, as Kiba as well as Shino either. Thank you, Naruto. Everything is fine. Just take care of her. As everyone was impressed by this, and as for Neji, he was just shocked. as Naruto was standing in front of him, as his eyes glared at him. Before Neji could speak, he saw something that scared him even further. Behind Naruto was a huge visage of a fox that was glaring daggers at him, and many more shadow figures, like a dangerous being, was emitting his aura. And with that, Naruto just walked off. And after that, the preliminary rounds ended, and 1 month break was given. Before Naruto could finish speaking, Kakashi took away Sasuke to train with him, and Naruto met with Jiraiya. Jiraiya was already aware of Naruto's circumstances and that Minato and Kushina existed with him. So he took care of, Naruto, and both of them had a lot of things to say to Jiraiya, as Jiraiya was quite sorry about what he has to do, but he told him that it was to protect him from the outskirts of the village. After getting the letter, he knew that he had to do a lot of hard work to prevent the spies to know that your legacy was there. And Minato, to be honest, alongside Kushina, agreed to that, because if Eva and Kumo would have found out, they would have jumped on the chance to take him away. And to add fuel to the fire, there was Akatsuki, and Orochimaru was still working. As now we see in the night time, with none other than Jiraiya, Naruto was walking in an alleyway. She said that your quote-unquote this new summon is here. And who might it be? It's a surprise for you, Jiraiya. As from the shadows walked out Orochimaru in normal clothes. Orochimaru, what the hell is going on here? Until he morphed into something different, quite akin to what Minato and Kushina looked. What the hell? Yeah, I beated him close to the death, and after that I brought him back as my summon. Impressive. So you really have this ability of the monarch, huh? Told you. So, what is he doing? Moving along with this plan, but with less Levi this time around. Suna is going to betray us. This is not good. And I've made sure that this Akatsuki that I heard from him, since I read his memories, they will be brought here. Why? Because I'm gonna make them my compliances as well. Yes, they are going to be joining my arsenal soon. You know, kid, you're downright scary sometimes. Well, you gotta be, you live in a shinobi world. You can always expect the unexpected here, Jiraiya. Well, shit, you're right about that, kid. Gotta hand it to you. You really are quite smart, aren't you? Well, I try to, do my best. As now we see, Naruto, after getting the information that was required, left. And finally the finale of the Chunin exams came. And Akatsuki was also amongst the civilians hiding. They were waiting for the chance to the QB attack to begin. And once it began, when Sasuke finally returned, we see that Naruto took this chance upon to start the Konoha crush. And Orochimaru was able to summon the first and the second Kage, while Jiraiya was with them fighting. As Hiruzen was informed that this was Naruto's plan, Orochi was already his summon. Naruto took care of Suna's soldier. And not only that, he took care of most of the other threats, such as the Shikaku and the Shinchuriki. Naruto decided what to do with Gaara. Since Song Jinwoo knew about Naruto's whole manga, as well as anime, he knew that he was going to be his brother figure. So he used his favorite jutsu, Takuno Jutsu, again on him, and surprise, surprise, it worked marvelously. And after that, he dashed all the way back to where Hiruzen and, Orochimaru were fighting. And after that, he intervened. He was able to absorb both the Edo Tensei first and second Kage, stealing the souls of both of them from the Shinigami itself, enraging it as the Shinigami appeared. You think I'm afraid of you? As Naruto then with all of his power and daggers began to fight with this literal Shinigami itself. As in the end, with all of its power, he was able to injure it. That's something never in the shinobi history even Sage was able to do, or capable to do, and use it on his own gain as his next member in the arsenal. And now we see Naruto with more powerful, and Hiruzen and Jiraiya literally scared of Naruto's power. But they knew that Naruto was on their side, and they were happy about it. Naruto, you just used that ability, huh? I know who I used it on, and he's on my side now. Meaning I can do this. What? As Naruto in an instant looked towards the people who were injured revive. As they were revived, I can take back the souls now, he said with a smile, as Hiruzen and Jiraiya were shocked. That is certainly the strong power, indeed. But one thing Naruto foreshadowed was that the whole village witnessed his power, even his own, well, teammates and his peers. And now we see a huge shitstorm was coming his way, because shit has just hit the fan. And as for the Akatsuki, Naruto's, well, summons were still dealing with it, mainly the QB as well as Minato and Kushina, who couldn't be controlled or manipulated. What the hell is wrong with this Biju? Why isn't it listening to my Sharingan? As if my dojutsu is deflected. And that is when we see from the shadows Naruto rise. That is because it is. Naruto was wearing his usual attire, but over above it was wearing a black overcoat, which was made out of his shadow flames. As Naruto said with a smirk on his face, Naruto Uzumaki, Itachi Uchiha, today is the day. You, alongside all of them, will die. You gave me a chance, so I'm willing to give you. Run. Well, I'm not an idiot to run away right now. Your funeral. As Naruto with his summons, all of them summoned now, engaged in a battle. To add fuel to the fire, Orochimaru alongside the first and the second Hokage were now amongst them, and they were fighting. And Naruto, whoever he defeated, made his own. And now they were getting scared because their numbers were dwindling and Naruto's numbers were increasing as the passing second. And only Zetsu and Obito in the end remained, while the rest were captured by Naruto and brought to his side against their will. Now, what are you two going to do, Obito? Zetsu. Damn it. As Naruto, before they could run, used his abilities on them and brought them to his side. Don't worry, Obito. You wanted Rin, right? Revive. As Rin was revived and brought under Naruto as her subordinate. And she reunited with Obito. And Obito, well, he was happy and thanked Naruto in his own language now. And as for Zetsu, he was now free from Kaguya. And was now Naruto's will. And he would do whatever Naruto wished to do. Now for Kaguya, she witnessed this all and was downright enraged. This Shadow Monarch, it was scaringly powerful and was getting more powerful. He think he can defeat us? Pathetic. Otsutsuki God can take on him and these false gods. As now we see, she summoned upon the rest of the Otsutsukis, signaling them as three of the Otsutsuki, who were the last remaining Otsutsuki alive, answered her call. Momoshiki, Ishiki, and Kishiki. After absorbing their servants, all of them, and getting more powerful, they arrived towards her. And it took them few years. While on the earth, many things have changed. Naruto, for one, was able to shock the whole council that he knew who he was all this time. And he knew who was against him and who was with him. And he had these abilities, and everyone was downright scared, knowing full well that now Naruto not only had three Kages under his control, under his regime, but Orochimaru, as well as the Kyuubi no Yoko itself, and the whole Akatsuki, meaning most of the attackers, and to add more fuel to the fire, the whole Uchiha clan as well, who was revived. And now they were scared to do or go against him. But Naruto has assured them that he wouldn't do anything to them unless they wouldn't do anything against him. But Naruto needed one more thing to do, and that was to make up a Sasuke or Satsuki. Satsuki-chan, said Naruto as he arrived at her apartment. What do you want, Naruto? I'm still angry at you for what you did. I'm sorry, okay? I did not knew. Alright? It has been a few months since we talked. I just want to talk to you. I honestly did not knew that you were a girl. And there was a reason for it. And I was quite surprised that you said that you were gonna be a widow and all. I mean, you're kind of cute and all, I get it, and to be honest, I'm kind of into you. Into tomboys, I guess. As Satsuki with confused expression opened the door, her hair obviously a little bit extended, still being the Sasuke hair, but a little bit extended and much more feminine. What do you mean, tomboyish? The girls who like to dress up as boys, but still, I kinda dig it. So what do you say? Wanna be, Yes, you idiot, she said with a smile. And after that, Naruto told her about his abilities and their life continued on. And after 4 years, we see Naruto being the Kage of the village alongside his Shadow Kage, his wife, and their daughter Sarada, Uchiha Uzumaki Namikaze. And we see that she too had Naruto's abilities as a Shadow Monarch, so she was going to gain a lot of, her own subordinates into the future alongside with her Sharingan. And as time progressed, we see the Otsutsuki God appeared. And surprise, surprise, instead of Naruto this time around, who was weakened in the end due to the battle, Satsuki and his daughter Sarada was the one who was able to get her first subordinate, the Otsutsuki called Ranga, as she named him, all by herself. His level was over infinitive, but Naruto's all summons combined matched him alongside him, as Naruto and the rest of them were happy about this. And so was Satsuki, who was very much depleted as well. And in the end, the whole other shinobi world thanked them, knowing fully well that if it wasn't for them, they wouldn't have all survived. And they became allied and much more stronger than ever. And Naruto, with his new abilities, or more like Sun Jin Woo with his new abilities, was now enjoying his life here in this bizarre world. And he was happy that in the end everything was able to work out itself. As this is where I'm going to be leaving this story off, guys. I hope you like this one, and if you do, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, and make sure you stay tuned for a short story on my second channel. It will be up soon. Anyway, this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing out for the day. Peace.